Outsourcing cost decision problem 1. Fruit Car Company manufactures 10 fruit-themed cars per month. A compact media center is included in each car. Fruit Car Company manufactures the media center in-house, but is considering the possibility of outsourcing this function. At present, the variable cost per unit is $275 and the fixed costs are $40,000 per month. The CEO wishes to increase operating income by $4,000. He has an offer from a foreign producer to provide the media centers at a contract price of $325 per unit. The required savings in fixed costs in order to achieve his objective would be how much? The way this question's phrased is a little odd, a little interesting. The last part of the question, the required savings in fixed costs in order to achieve his objective, his being the CEO, would be how much? That doesn't really tell you exactly what's going on in this problem. But we do know we're looking for required savings in fixed costs. So we're going to have to actually read through everything. We already read through it. But one thing you note is that we have an offer from a foreign producer. Offer from a foreign producer to provide the media centers at a contract price of $325. And that is something that we are doing right now in-house, that Fruit Car Company is doing right now. So this is an outsourcing question. This is an outsourcing question. Now, what exactly is the objective? The objective, the CEO wishes to increase operating income by $4,000. So we definitely need to keep that into account. It's not just to break even. The CEO wishes to increase operating income by $4,000. And we're given variable costs per unit, $275 for the media center, and the fixed costs are $40,000 per month. So you're wondering, well, how exactly are we going to go about doing this? One thing to understand is that this is a monthly, the CEO wishes to increase operating income by $4,000, and everything is given to us in month, 10 cars per month. All these information is given to us on a monthly basis. So we're doing things on a monthly basis. So that means that we're going to have to look at 10. Fruit Car Company manufactures 10 fruit-themed cars per month. So everything is going to be a function of 10. Let's start by just looking at not outsourcing, so continuing our operations as is, versus outsourcing. So the outsourcing calculation is always the easiest. Let's start there. If we outsource, it's going to cost $325 per unit, and we're getting 10 units per month. And again, everything here is on a monthly basis. So we're just going to take $325 at 10 units per month. That's going to equal $3,250 per unit. Again, this is just the media center. I know you're thinking, wow, a car for that much? No, just the media center. So if we outsource these 10 units per month, we're going to pay this foreign producer $3,250. But then we get rid of the variable costs, the fixed costs, all these things. If we don't outsource, let's go through that calculation. So these are our costs. We're looking at our costs. Of course, we want to reduce costs and we want to raise revenues. So whichever one is less, that is a better option. Whichever one is less, that's a better option. So if we do not outsource, we do what we're doing, then let's take our variable costs. So variable costs are $275 per unit at 10 units. That's right here, $275. And that's going to equal $2,750. Now here's where things are a little confusing. We're told the $40,000 per month fixed costs. We don't know, is that just for the media center? Is that for the entire company? We don't know if those stay with the company regardless of whether we get rid of the media center and go to outsourcing. We're not told. We don't know exactly the case. We just know that we have our variable costs in making this, which we know that if we outsource, those will definitely be reduced or they'll go away. And then outsourcing is $3,250. Of course, fixed cost is likely to be affected, but we don't know about how much. So that's really what this question is getting. It's like, oh, now you understand what's going on. The required savings in fixed costs. The idea here, we're looking at fixed costs. How much in fixed costs, savings in fixed costs, to get us to where outsourcing would be a better option. So the way I like to think of this, if we set both amounts to $3,250, we know outsourcing costs $3,250. So basically, first, step one, calculate outsourcing. I already did that. Set that equal here. We know variable costs $2,750. We now can calculate the fixed costs where they would be the same. They'd be the same. $3,250 minus $2,750. If fixed costs equal $500, then we're going to have the exact same cost outsourcing versus keeping it the same and not outsourcing and doing in-house. Now, we're not done with the question. We need to consider the $4,000 of operating income. So an increase in operating income of $4,000 by doing this. So basically, we need to take the $500 amount in fixed costs. So we need at least plus the $4,000 target operating profit or target profit, and we get, so this $500 is the fixed cost that we solve for, and then this is our target profit in our operating income, $4,500. So that is the answer, $4,500. The required savings in fixed costs in order to achieve his objective would have to be at least $4,500, because if we can save at least $4,500 in fixed costs, because we know this $40,000 amount, the idea here is that if $40,000, which is staying the same under the current situation, if it goes down by, $40,000 per month, if it reduces by $4,500, then outsourcing is going to be better. At $4,500, if we can reduce fixed costs by $4,500, outsourcing will be the better case for what we're trying to do of the increase operating income by $4,000 with that goal in mind. So if we go $4,500 or more in reduction in fixed costs, so fixed costs in total reduced, because again, that $40,000 of fixed costs, that's for the entire company. We don't know what portion is going into the media center. We don't know if any of that's going to go down at all. We're not told the facts, but we do know, and that's what the question's asking, if we can reduce fixed costs at $40,000 by $4,500 or more, outsourcing will be beneficial, and it will allow us to meet the objective of $4,000 in operating income.